Dear children, what I bring today is not just a message. It is a call to awareness, a plea that can save lives. This is an urgent message that cannot be ignored. Soon, a dark cloud will approach us all, bringing with it a plague that will affect our bodies, our health, and for many, our very faith. We are facing a period of turmoil, but I want you to know that you are not alone. Today, Mary, our Heavenly Mother, alerts us and calls us to prepare. Listen carefully to every word, for what you will hear now could make the difference between despair and security. This video is not just another message. Here, you will find the guidance necessary to face what is to come. If you are watching this, if you have made it this far, it is because something important is reserved for you. Mary, with her kindness and maternal love, comes to guide us in preparing for this dark time. She knows that each child is precious, and that is why she asks for our attention and dedication. Imagine a night of intense storm, the darkness and silence before the first drop of rain. Something similar is approaching. The time we have to act is short, but enough for us to prepare with faith and a heart full of hope. She wants you to know that you are not alone, and that there is special protection for those who remain vigilant and prepared. The dark cloud approaching carries something beyond our understanding, and this message is relief, a spiritual shield and guidance to protect our homes and our families. First, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel, for here I will be sharing a prophetic message for your heart every day. And don't forget to comment below with your prayer requests and tell me who you have been praying for in recent days, your family, friends, for work, for healing. Make your prayer request below, and along with it, tell me what country you are from, so I can know to which countries our message is reaching. Amen. The Virgin Mary warns us of the importance of preparing through powerful prayers to achieve protection and salvation for our lives. So download my digital book, The Powerful Prayer of the Virgin Mary, now. This material covers a variety of prayers suitable for all occasions in life. Don't waste time. Click the link available in the first pinned comment and download it immediately. Units are limited, so it's crucial to act now to ensure access to the powerful prayer of the Virgin Mary before the units run out. And make sure to grab your book without the first pinned comment published. It is very important to pay attention to the warnings of our Virgin Mary and prepare for the great turmoil that will come. You who are listening to me now, it is not by chance. Mary has chosen you to hear this message. Every second counts, and the plea for protection we are going to share today is powerful. This is not a message to bring fear, but a warning for those who have the wisdom to act. There is a power that transcends this threat and is being given to us now as a gift, a divine guide, so that we can overcome this challenge with faith and hope. You who are here have in your hands the power to protect your life and that of your family. Stay alert, for soon I will reveal what you need to have at home to prepare. This item will be a shield that everyone must possess, and it will be within everyone's reach. It is not just physical protection, it represents the faith, strength, and love that guide us in times of darkness. But for that, it is necessary to act now and commit to this preparation. Those who listen and follow this call, Mary promises them her mantle of protection, and to truly feel the importance of this moment, I invite you to focus, listen, and prepare your heart, for together we can overcome what is to come. This is a message for all those who value faith, who understand the need for spiritual preparation, and who recognize that true power resides in our connection with the divine. So share this message with the people you love. Send it to those you know who care about the safety of their loved ones. Don't wait until tomorrow, for the time we have is precious. This message is not just for you, but for all those who have the humility to listen, to seek protection, and to unite in prayer. The time to act is now, dear children. The time for preparation has come. This is the message that Mary, our Heavenly Mother, sends us urgently, and it cannot be ignored. We are about to experience something that many cannot even imagine. A dark cloud that will bring with it a plague that will spread throughout the world, affecting not only our physical health, but also our spiritual health. Only those who know how to prepare will be truly protected. This message is an alert that cries out for action, and throughout this video, you will discover exactly what to do to ensure your family's protection. Imagine looking around and seeing fear take hold of those who were not prepared. The plague is real, and it will be a threat to all, but there is something that can make the difference. This guidance comes from Mother Mary and reaches us as a spiritual shield, a way to face what is to come without wavering. What we will do together in this video is not just reflect on the future, but arm ourselves with vital information, essential guidance for your protection and that of your loved ones. This message carries the secret of how to truly prepare, what to have at home to protect yourself, and more than that, how to strengthen your faith to withstand these dark times. And you who are listening to these words now are part of the group that will have the opportunity to protect yourself and your loved ones. But protection is not just material, it is also spiritual. Mary asks us that, in the face of this imminent threat, we seek refuge in her divine protection, that we strengthen our faith and that we pay attention to every detail. Many forget in times of calm how important it is to be united in prayer, firm in faith. Now, more than ever, it is time to strengthen those bonds and unite in the search for security and peace. This message is not just for you. It is for all who need to know what is to come. Think of the people you love who trust you. They too need to hear this message and understand what will happen. We cannot risk anyone being caught off guard. In the next few minutes, you will learn what you need to do to face this threat with serenity. And by the end of this video, you will not only be prepared, but also capable of helping others. So stay with me until the end and let this message give you the clarity and strength needed to face what is to come. Do not ignore the plague that approaches, for you have the opportunity to act now. Prepare yourself, for what I am about to share is something we never imagined living through in our lives. A devastating plague is about to reach the world. This plague is unlike any other. It will affect the skin, invade our homes, and bring a challenge like never before. And most importantly, it is a test for our faith, for our resilience, and for our ability to unite. You may wonder why this is happening now, but before seeking answers, we need to focus on protection. This plague will not only affect our physical and spiritual health, but it will challenge everything we consider safe and inviolable. Mary, our Mother, would not bring us this warning without a purpose, and now, more than ever, we have the opportunity to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Imagine realizing that something is not right, that the skin begins to show signs, that the air feels heavier, and a sense of insecurity begins to invade us. This is the scenario for which we need to prepare. At this moment, more than answers, we need action, because the plague is on the move, and only those who truly prepare will have a chance to go through it safely. Now, more than ever, Mary asks us to do this with faith and perseverance. Faith will be our greatest protection, for this plague goes beyond the physical. It affects our emotions and weakens us spiritually. That is why we need to strengthen our minds, our spirits, and be united. This spiritual protection that Mary extends to us will be our true shield. And how do we protect ourselves? For this, there is a specific element that every home must have, an object that acts as a sign, a barrier between us and the darkness. Although it may seem simple, it holds the power of faith, and only those who know how to use it will be truly protected. This object will be revealed shortly, so stay tuned to every word. Remember, only those who listen and act will be able to face what is coming. Our Mother Mary does not wish to cause panic, but to awaken a call in each of us. She knows that many will need strength, for this plague will affect not only bodies, but also spirits. This warning is a gift of protection. Each one of us has been chosen to listen and act. If you are here now, it is because you have also been called to be a source of strength and support for others. As this dark cloud approaches, we need to be ready. The hardest moments will come for those who are not prepared, but together we have the opportunity to resist and get through this with faith and unity. So stay alert, for in the next moments I will share exactly what each of us needs to have at home to withstand. This is not superstition, but true protection, guided by the love of Mary. This plague will bring suffering for many, but you do not have to be part of it. Dear children, now more than ever is the time to unite. The approaching plague will not choose its victims and will spread mercilessly. The only opportunity for protection lies in preparation and in the union of each of us. Mary does not want us to go through this alone, and with unconditional love, she asks us to be ready. She urges us to care for one another, not to ignore the power of faith in community, and invites us to strengthen our spirits to withstand what is to come. Preparation is not an act of fear, but of wisdom. In the most critical moments, those who maintain peace and trust in God can weather the fiercest storms. And you are not alone on this journey. Mary reminds us that when we unite in prayer and faith, when we care for one another and share this message of protection, we create an unbreakable wall. Unity strengthens us, and together we are much more than separately. At this moment, every action counts. Every decision can be the turning point, and Mary asks us to do this with purpose and courage. She alerts us to the importance of acting now, while we still have time. Soon I will reveal what the essential object is for each home, a symbol of the protection she offers us. But that will not be enough if we are not connected in the same faith and purpose. Mary extends her mantle to cover us, and it is up to us to seek her with humility and an open heart. Imagine a network of people all praying, all caring for one another, all protecting each other against this threat. This is the vision Mary desires for us. A community of faith, light, and unity. Not just our blood family, but all those who seek peace and security. Sharing this message is an act of love, for many around us may not know what is to come, may have never heard of this plague, and may feel lost. By sending this message, you can save a life, bring comfort, and be the hand that supports someone in need of guidance. Today, as we prepare physically, we also strengthen ourselves spiritually. Mary knows that our faith is the true shield, and that each of us has an inner strength capable of overcoming any adversity. But she asks us to take care of our personal preparation, and at the same time, share this gift of protection with those we love. Speak with your loved ones, prepare them, and remind them that what is to come demands unwavering vigilance from us. Prepare yourself and your home, strengthen your faith, and inspire faith in others. This is the message of Mary for each of us. She wants us to be ready, to have clarity, to be a beacon of light in times of darkness. Remember, we are much stronger together, and that union will be the strength that allows us to overcome this plague. Do not let yourself be disheartened, for you have been chosen to hear this message, and now is the time to act. Continue with me, for soon I will reveal what each home must have to face what is to come. More than an object, it is a symbol of our faith, a shield against darkness. This is the moment. Now I want to share with you what Mary has revealed to us as essential to face this plague. She asks us to have a specific object in our homes, something that symbolizes protection and connection with the divine. This object will serve as a physical and spiritual shield against what is to come, and it is not just a matter of possessing it, but of understanding its purpose and using it with faith and trust. Imagine this object as a talisman of light in times of darkness, a constant reminder that divine protection is within reach for those who seek it. This object must be in every home, seeking safety and peace for the difficult days ahead. No matter where you are, you can obtain this symbol of protection. Bless it with prayer, make it a point of union between you and your loved ones, and trust in the protection it represents. But be careful. Just having it is not enough. For this protection to be true, our faith must be solid, our spirit firm, and our mind open to the divine call. Mary reminds us of the importance of connecting to the power of prayer, that it is essential to pray with the heart. It is not just a matter of words, it is about feeling each prayer as a direct connection to heaven. A sincere prayer, made with love and humility, can drive away any threat. For those who commit to this spiritual preparation, Mary asks for a daily prayer routine. Start the day in prayer, asking for protection for yourself and for all those you love. At night, before sleeping, thank for the protection and ask for strength for the next day. Pray with your family, pray together, so that everyone receives this blessing of protection. And if you can, always keep a candle burning while you pray, symbolizing the light that dispels any shadow. Also, make this moment an opportunity to connect with all those around you. Every person who participates in this prayer is strengthened. Together, we create a chain of protection that extends beyond our homes. Mother Mary asks that even amidst chaos, we do not stop supporting one another and seek refuge in faith. Our strength will be in our unity, in our willingness to act with faith, and in our commitment to pray for one another. Prepare the environment around you as well. Maintain a space in your home where you and your family can gather to pray. Make this a sacred refuge, a place where everyone feels welcomed and protected. Place the symbol of protection there, where everyone can see it and remember the faith that unites and protects us. Mary guides us to maintain this connection firm, for she knows that the coming threats will test both the physical and the spiritual. While the world outside may be in chaos, your home will be a sanctuary of peace and faith. This object and your daily prayers will serve as a spiritual wall, and Mary promises us that those who trust in her protection will be embraced in her mantle. And now, with this instruction, I invite you to prepare for the next steps. Each day we will strengthen ourselves more, both spiritually and materially, to face this plague. Move forward with faith, without doubt or hesitation. Prepare yourself and keep in mind that this preparation is your defense against the dark times to come. In the coming moments, we will delve deeper into Mary's call to prayer and protection and understand how our gestures of faith will become our strength. Dear children, amidst the darkness that approaches, there is a light that never goes out, the love and protection of Mary. No matter how dark the days to come may be, remember that you are not alone. Mary, our Heavenly Mother, extends her protective mantle over each of us, and her love is a beacon that guides and calms the heart in times of turmoil. When we feel fear, when hope seems distant, Mary asks us to look to her and feel her presence. She wants you to know that every prayer you make, every moment of faith, every gesture of kindness is seen and blessed. She knows every worry, every insecurity, every uncertainty, and her heart fills with compassion and love, for she is always by the side of her children, especially in the hardest moments. Imagine Mary's mantle wrapping around you and your home, a sacred, protective mantle filled with peace. That is the comfort she offers us, an unconditional love that calms us and gives us courage. In her messages, Mary reminds us that true peace comes from faith, and that even when everything around seems to tremble, she is with us, sheltering each step. Nothing can harm us when we are under her protection, for her presence is our safe refuge. To those who are afraid, Mary brings words of comfort. Do not despair, my children. What is to come is a test, but those who have faith and remain steadfast in love will be protected. This storm will pass, and in the end, those who prepare with a sincere heart will witness a renewed peace. This is a promise of comfort, a guarantee that our efforts, our preparation, and our faith will not be in vain. Mary sees the heart of each of her children and is ready to welcome all those who turn to her for help. So when discouragement knocks at your door, when anguish seems unbearable, remember this promise. You are not alone, and Mother Mary will never abandon those who seek her. Furthermore, she reminds us that every prayer and every act of kindness strengthen our protection. Our unity in prayer, our solidarity with those around us, create an invisible shield, an energy of love that protects us and connects us to divine power. And even when fear seeks to take hold of us, she asks us to remain strong, for faith is more powerful than any plague, and love surpasses any darkness. Mary knows that many of us are overwhelmed, but she reminds us that hope, peace, and comfort are for those who do not stop praying. She invites us to pray with open hearts, to trust, to seek that peace that only she can grant us, for she knows that spiritual comfort is what will sustain us. Receive this message as a warm embrace. Mary is with us every step of this journey, and her presence is a promise that we can face anything. Keep this message as a flame of hope and trust. She is our guide, our strength, and our comfort, and her love protects and calms us. Dear children, it is time for unity and faith. In times of darkness, only faith can give us true light. This approaching plague is a test, and Mary asks us to face it together, with sincere hearts and hands extended toward one another. This is an opportunity to show the strength we have when we are united, and to spread hope even in the darkest days. Our faith will be the fuel that keeps us standing, and Mary calls us to act not only for ourselves, but for all those around us. Now more than ever, we must be a light for those who may be lost or disoriented, who do not understand the gravity of what is coming. It is time to be an example of faith and courage, to help those around us prepare, and to remind everyone that even in times of great challenges, our unity and our trust in Mary will be our true protection. Mary urges us to pray intensely, to keep the flame of hope alive, and to never allow fear to extinguish our faith. This is our mission, to pray, to trust, and to help our neighbor. She asks us to be steadfast while also providing unconditional support to our brothers and sisters. In our unity, in our solidarity, we will find an unbeatable strength. Whoever prays, whoever cares for others, whoever comforts the afflicted receives a special strength from Mary, a blessing that multiplies for all. And if at any moment you feel weak, remember that your faith is stronger than any plague, than any challenge. This moment calls for the courage to trust, to pray, and to help those who are by our side. Because when we reach out to our neighbor, we are not only helping but reinforcing the invisible shield that Mary places over each of us. Mary also alerts us to the importance of being supportive, not just with words, but with actions. Offer help to those in need, share this message with everyone you know, and join in prayer with others. Strengthen yourself alongside your family and community, for that unity, that true connection, gives us unbreakable strength. And remember that in every act of faith, in every prayer, in every gesture of support, Mary is present, guiding, protecting, and blessing. Those who have faith and trust are like lights in the darkness. And even when everything seems hopeless, remember, the light of faith never goes out. In the darkest moments, that light shines brightest. This is how Mary wants to see us, united, supportive, strong, and ready to face this battle with love and compassion. May this message strengthen your heart and inspire you to make a difference. Do not let fear extinguish your faith. On the contrary, let it be a call to draw even closer to Mary, to God, and to all those around you. Now is the time to act, to care for one another, and to spread hope. Dear children, the time is approaching. Do not be deceived. We are entering a period of great conflicts and challenges that will test our faith. The world will experience earthquakes, conflicts, and natural events that will shake even the strongest hearts. But Mary warns us, this is not a moment of fear, but of preparation. Those who heed her words and remain steadfast in faith will have a powerful shield, a divine protection that evil will not be able to overcome. The plague that is coming is just the beginning of something greater. It will not only bring physical damage, but will be the prelude to difficult times, actions that will require resilience, compassion, and courage from us. Mary asks us to be spiritually prepared, for our strength will lie in prayer and in our ability to face difficulties with faith and hope. Imagine the strength of a tree with deep roots that stands firm during the storm. So must our faith be. In addition to physical threats, there will be trials that will challenge our emotions and relationships. Internal and external conflicts will arise, and Mary guides us to face them with compassion and discernment. She warns us not to be swayed by feelings of hatred, anger, or hopelessness. Instead, we must remember that these challenges are opportunities for spiritual growth, moments to deepen our faith and strengthen our bonds with one another. During this period, it will be easy to see suffering increase, to witness disasters, and to feel fear. But now more than ever, we need to keep our eyes fixed on Mary and the teachings she has left us. Every prayer, every act of love and solidarity is a seed of peace planted amid chaos. Our mission is to keep hope alive and to be a point of calm in the midst of the storm. The moment demands that we cultivate goodness, spread serenity, and be an example for those around us. As we look ahead, let us understand that this preparation is not just for us, but for all those we love. Share this message. Bring comfort and courage to your friends and family. Tell them that despite the difficult times, there is still a path of peace and protection, and more importantly, that they should trust and keep their faith alive, for that is the greatest defense against what is to come. Prepare yourself, but do not let fear take control. Our strength comes from Mary, who will always be by our side, sheltering us at every step and guiding us along this path. She is our intercessor, our guide, and those who remain by her side will never walk alone, even in difficulties. Dear children, amid all challenges and moments of darkness, Mary reminds us that her protection never fails. The love she has for each of us is an inexhaustible source of strength and light. When fear and doubt try to invade our hearts, let us turn our gaze toward the love of Mary, for she offers us a promise of care, guidance, and protection that nothing can break. Even in the face of the hardest trials, Mary invites us to maintain serenity and trust. She wants us to understand that although times may be difficult, her presence is constant. Her mantle covers us and protects us like a mother who never abandons her children. For those who trust and remain faithful, Mary reserves a special peace, an inner strength that will help overcome any adversity. The message of Mary is clear. What is to come requires preparation, but it also asks us to keep peace and love in our hearts. Although the world around us may seem chaotic, our faith in her protection must be our anchor. This is the time to trust in the unconditional love she offers us, to understand that our faith is a beacon that shines in the darkness, and that our connection with Mary and God is the greatest source of security and comfort. For each of us, This promise of protection is not something we should accept passively, but a call to be living examples of faith, courage, and kindness. Mary asks us to be agents of peace in the midst of this storm, to radiate hope and confidence to those around us, to make our faith visible in our words and actions, to support those in need, and to strengthen the weak. So when fear knocks at your door, remember this promise. Mary is by your side, covering you with her protective mantle and watching over you. Even when everything seems dark, her light shines and guides us. That love she offers us is proof that we are not alone, that we have someone to trust, and that at the end of this journey we will find peace. And now, at the end of this message, Mary asks for one last gesture of faith. That you share these words with everyone you know. Spread this hope and protection, for many need this guidance. Many are searching for peace, comfort, and a reason to believe that better days will come. Be the one who carries this light, who shares this message. This is the final instruction she leaves us. Stay in prayer, seek peace in your heart, and above all, stand firm. Those who trust in Mary's protection will never walk alone. She will be with you, with your family, with each one of us, until the storm passes and we find renewed light. Now, dear children, we come to the most important point. It is your turn to act. This message of protection, faith, and preparation that Mary has brought us must reach as many people as possible. Every word you have heard so far is a divine gift, a guide for facing what is to come. By sharing this message, you become part of this plan of love and protection, being a light that expands, touching hearts, and helping to strengthen faith. The first action Mary asks is for you to share this video with all the important people in your life, family, friends, colleagues. This message may be exactly what someone needs to hear, and you will be the instrument that brings comfort and protection. Do not underestimate the impact of each share, of each conversation about this message. In a world full of uncertainties, we all need a point of faith and hope. Secondly, Mary invites us to stay connected, to form a true community of faith and prayer. For this, it is important that you subscribe to this channel, where every day we will share new messages and spiritual guides to face difficult times. By subscribing, you ensure that you will not miss any instructions, and that you will always be aware of the guidance and warnings that Mary sends us. Third, leave your prayer request in the comments. This channel is a space of love and support, where each prayer request is an opportunity to unite even more in our faith. By leaving your request, you are also helping to strengthen our prayer chain so that we can intercede for one another and create a network of protection and love. Fourth, express your faith and trust in divine protection by writing Amen in the comments. This simple word is a powerful affirmation, a sign that you accept this message from Mary and commit to following her instructions. Also, write down where you are from, so we can see how far this message reaches, spreading light and protection all over the world. Finally, give this video a like. Every time you interact, you help this message reach more people, allowing it to touch those who need these words. Together, we can form a true global community of faith and hope. Remember, Mary has promised us protection, and this message is an opportunity to receive that blessing, to strengthen ourselves, and to help others find peace. May this chain of prayer and light grow with your help, and may each of us, guided by faith, face what is to come with courage, serenity, and trust. This is your chance to be a light in times of darkness, to be a voice that spreads hope and protection. By following each of these steps, you are not only protecting yourself, but also being an instrument of peace for everyone around you. May the light and protection of Mary be with each one of you. Mary warns us that fear and despair are weapons that evil will use to draw us away from the light, to divert us from the path. But those who are spiritually prepared, who strengthen their hearts and minds with faith, will be protected. May the peace of Mary reign in your home. May her sacred mantle cover and protect you at every step of this journey. In times of uncertainty and trials, always remember this promise: faith is our shield, and in prayer, we will find strength. Every gesture of kindness, every act of compassion you perform will contribute to weaving a network of protection that extends beyond you, reaching all those you love. Remember that, although the world around you may seem to tremble, trust in Mary is the source of lasting peace. Her words are a refuge in the storm, and by sharing this message, you bring that same peace and light to those around you. There is immense power in shared prayer, in the unity of those who gather with the same purpose, to protect one another and face adversity with hearts full of hope. May this message be the constant reminder that we are not alone, that there is a divine presence watching over us. No matter how great the challenges ahead may be, with Mary by our side, we can be sure that there will always be a path to peace. Just as she asks us to keep the flame of faith burning, she also invites us to make our lives a living manifestation of the love and hope she conveys to us. Today and every day, stand firm in prayer, care for those around you, and share this promise of protection and love. By living in faith and trusting in divine protection, you will be a beacon for those who need guidance, a helping hand in times of difficulty, and a light in the darkness. May the love of Mary illuminate your path, and may her protective mantle always accompany you. Mary is always with us, especially in the darkest moments, providing comfort and support even when we do not perceive her. Her maternal love envelops us like an invisible mantle that protects and guides our lives, reminding us that we are never alone. Even in silence, she observes our struggles and offers us her divine help. Praying in community creates a much stronger spiritual protection. Collective prayer elevates our intentions, uniting our souls in faith and love. Mary encourages us to form a prayer network that reaches everyone, extending peace and protection to those in need. Imagine Mary's mantle covering you and your home. This mantle, filled with love and peace, acts as a spiritual shield that protects us in times of tribulation. It gives us the comfort needed to move forward with courage and hope. Faith in Mary acts as a protective barrier against darkness and fear. The stronger our trust, the stronger we will be against challenges. Mary reminds us that faith is our most powerful spiritual weapon. Mary intercedes for each of us before God, being a faithful mediator in times of need. Her intercession is a promise of heavenly help, providing us strength and protection when we face difficulties. The peace we feel when trusting in Mary's maternal protection calms our hearts. Despite the storms, Mary brings us serenity and reminds us that we can always find refuge in her love. The love of Mary is a shield against all evil. Her protection knows no bounds, and her constant presence is the guarantee that we will never face trials alone. Her promise of protection gives us hope and security. Spreading Mary's message benefits not only us, but also those we love. By sharing her words, we strengthen the faith and love in our hearts and in those who listen. Faith in Mary allows us to face fear with courage and confidence. When doubts and fears invade us, she gives us the strength needed to overcome any obstacle. Unity in prayer multiplies the strength of our pleas and elevates our intentions to heaven. Mary invites us to pray together, creating a community of faith that protects each of us. In moments of loneliness, we can feel Mary's presence by our side. She silently accompanies us, providing the comfort we need and reminding us that we can always count on her love. Faith in Mary calms the heart in times of tension and anxiety. Even when everything seems dark, her presence brings us peace and serenity, reminding us that we are not alone. Mary blesses our home, filling it with peace and protection. Her mantle wraps around our family, and her love guides us at every step of our lives. Mary accompanies us in every step of our life, even when we are not fully aware of her presence. She watches over us tenderly, cares for us, and guides our paths. In the darkest moments, when we feel we are alone, her love envelops us like a silent mantle that gives us strength. Her presence is discreet yet constant, always ready to provide comfort. Mary offers us a peace that goes beyond our understanding, reminding us that we are never truly alone. She hears every prayer, responds to every plea, and guides us toward hope. Her maternal love is the light that shines in the shadows, and her compassion eases our most difficult hours. Praying together spiritually unites us and strengthens us in a unique way. As we raise our collective pleas, our intentions multiply and gain power. Mary invites us to form a community of prayer, a network that extends and envelops everyone with peace and protection. In every shared prayer, we feel the support of our brothers and sisters in faith, and we become bearers of comfort and hope. Community prayer is a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, and that together we are stronger. By praying together, we create a shield of faith that protects and unites us, opening paths of love and healing. Mary covers us with her protective mantle, creating a space of peace in the midst of the storm. This mantle is a symbol of her unconditional love, a shield against evil, and a refuge where we can always find comfort. When the trials of life hit us, we can imagine Mary's mantle covering us and calming our fears. It reminds us that under her protection, we are safe and at peace. Her mantle gives us strength and encourages us to move forward with confidence, knowing that we do not face difficulties alone. Her maternal love sustains us and instills courage to overcome any challenge. Faith in Mary is armor that protects us from negative influences and the fears we face. When our faith is solid, we find in her a safe refuge amid adversity. Mary teaches us that by trusting in her protection, we develop a spiritual barrier against fear and despair. Our faith in her strengthens us and gives us the courage to continue in difficult times. With her as our guide, our faith becomes a light that dispels shadows and fills us with hope. No matter how great the challenges may be, faith in Mary gives us security and reminds us that we are never alone. Mary is the intermediary who presents our pleas to God. Her maternal love gives her a special place in God's heart, and her intercession is a powerful resource in our lives. She listens to us with compassion and brings our needs to her Son, being a tireless ally in our spiritual struggle. Her faithfulness is a guarantee that our prayers will be answered, providing us with the peace of knowing that we are in the hands of a mother who loves us deeply. By interceding for us, she gives us the comfort and strength we need to face difficult moments. Mary is our friend and protector in heaven, and her intercession is proof of her constant and faithful love. The peace of Mary is a divine gift that calms the soul and brings serenity to the heart. In moments of unrest, her love fills us with tranquility and reminds us that she is always by our side. Her peace is not based on the absence of problems, but on the certainty of her love and protection. It gives us the comfort we need to face difficulties and reminds us that we can always find refuge in her love. The peace of Mary is a force that sustains us, giving us the courage to face each day with hope and confidence. It is a reminder that even when the world is in chaos, her love is a constant refuge. Mary offers us a promise of protection that knows no limits. Her maternal love is a shield that defends us from all evil, and her constant presence is a guarantee of security. When we trust in her protection, we find the peace and serenity to face any difficulty. Her promise gives us hope and assures us that we will never be alone in our struggles. The protection of Mary is a divine gift that gives us strength and reminds us that we have a mother who loves us. She invites us to trust in her love and to rest in the certainty of her care. Spreading Mary's message is an act of love that strengthens faith and spirit. By sharing her word, we bring peace and hope to those who need comfort in difficult times. This act of sharing her message is a way to extend her protection to all those we love. Every time we speak of her love, we contribute to building a stronger and more united community of faith. Mary encourages us to be her messengers, to carry her light to every corner, reminding everyone that they are not alone. Sharing her message is a way to strengthen our own faith and draw others closer to her maternal love. Faith in Mary gives us the strength to face fear with courage and confidence. Even in the midst of uncertainty, her love is a source of security that calms us and gives us strength. When fear threatens to take hold of us, she reminds us that we can trust in her protection. She encourages us to look beyond our doubts and to hold on to the faith that sustains us. Trusting in Mary allows us to overcome any obstacle and gives us the peace of knowing that we are not alone. Her presence is a light that dispels fear and fills us with hope. Shared prayer is a source of strength that unites our souls in a common purpose. By praying together, we become a community of faith that supports one another and protects against adversities. Mary invites us to form this network of prayer that gives us peace and security, reminding us that we are not alone. Every time we pray in community, we feel the power of the faith and love that connects us. Unity in prayer is a reminder that together we are stronger and can face any difficulty. Mary encourages us to pray for one another and to support each other in the faith we share. In those moments when we feel isolated and hopeless, Mary is our silent and faithful companion. She remains close, providing us with comfort and encouragement, assuring us that we are not alone in our struggles. Her presence is a spiritual embrace that surrounds us, filling us with peace amid loneliness. Mary is the friend who never leaves and the mother who hears every whisper of our hearts. She invites us to open our souls to her and trust in her unwavering love. Even in the loneliest moments, she is there, ready to hold us and guide us toward peace. Faith in Mary gives us calm in moments of anguish, reminding us that her love is a safe refuge. When worries overwhelm us, her presence is a peace that stills the soul and allows us to breathe. She invites us to lay down our burdens and trust in her loving guidance. Faith provides us with the assurance that she is watching over us and our families. This inner calm allows us to face life's challenges with serenity and hope. Mary teaches us to have a peaceful heart, even amid trials. Inviting Mary into our homes is a blessing that transforms and protects. Her maternal love envelops every member of our family, filling our home with peace and serenity. She reminds us that her mantle is a shield against all adversity. By entrusting our home to her, we ask her to fill it with love, strength, and unity. The presence of Mary gives us the comfort of knowing that our home is safeguarded under her protection. She invites us to make our house a place of prayer and faith, where her love is felt every day. Every small act of kindness is a seed of love that grows and strengthens in our lives. Mary reminds us that through these gestures, we show God's love to the world. Acts of kindness strengthen our connection with others and protect us from the shadows. Every smile, every kind word, and every act of generosity has a transformative power. Mary invites us to live in love and to radiate her light through our daily actions. In doing so, we build a shield of love and kindness around us. Spiritual trials are opportunities to grow and strengthen our faith, and Mary accompanies us through each one. She invites us to face challenges with courage and to trust in her help. In moments of doubt or weakness, she is our support, reminding us that we are stronger than we believe. Mary encourages us to stand firm and to overcome every trial with faith and hope. Through her words of encouragement, she gives us the courage we need to persevere. She reminds us that these trials draw us closer to God and help us grow spiritually. In times of darkness, Mary is the beacon that illuminates our path, guiding us toward hope. Her love is a light that dispels shadows and gives us the strength to move forward. She reminds us that although darkness may seem daunting, there is always a way out in faith. By trusting in her, we find the courage to face any challenge. The light of Mary is a constant presence that brings us peace and comfort. She invites us to look beyond our fears and to trust that her love will always guide us toward peace. Every prayer and act of kindness are bricks that build a shield of love around us and protect us. Mary invites us to live in love, to care for others, and to pray constantly. With every gesture of love, we strengthen this spiritual barrier that protects us from adversities. Her message reminds us that love is our greatest strength. She encourages us to live in peace and to share her message of hope. This shield of love is a refuge that protects us and connects us with the divine presence. Mary calls us to prepare spiritually for difficult moments, reminding us that with faith and prayer we can overcome any storm. Her love is an anchor that keeps us steady when challenges seem overwhelming. She invites us to strengthen our spirit and cultivate solid faith. By praying fervently, we create a deeper connection with God and find peace amid chaos. Mary reminds us that we will never face trials alone, but that her presence holds us up in every spiritual battle. Mary is the faithful mother who never abandons her children, even in the most difficult moments. Her love is constant, and her support is unyielding. She invites us to trust in her and seek her help in times of tribulation. By placing our faith in Mary, we find comfort and security, knowing that she will always be there to help us. Her faithfulness is a promise of eternal love that gives us peace and hope. She reminds us that we can count on her protection, and her faithfulness is a guarantee that we will never be alone. Daily prayer helps us maintain a constant connection with Mary and strengthen our faith. By dedicating a few minutes each day to prayer, we feel her presence and find the peace we need. She invites us to make prayer a habit that draws us closer to her love and protection. Prayer is an act of trust that fills us with serenity and reminds us that we are not alone. It gives us the comfort and strength needed to face each day with courage and hope. Feeling Mary's love is like receiving a warm hug that calms and reassures. She is the loving mother who is always present, ready to listen to us and provide comfort. She invites us to approach her with confidence and to leave our worries in her hands. Her maternal love strengthens us, giving us peace in our moments of greatest distress. Mary reminds us that her love knows no bounds and that she will always be by our side, protecting us. Her spiritual embrace comforts us and gives us the certainty that we are never alone. Gathering in prayer as a community of faith gives us a strength that goes beyond what we can imagine. When we unite in prayer, our intentions amplify and our souls are strengthened. Mary invites us to build a community united in faith, where everyone can find support and protection. This unity reminds us that we are part of something greater and that together we can overcome any adversity. The community of faith is a shield of love and hope that envelops us. Mary encourages us to support one another and to pray from the heart, creating a network of love and comfort. Faith in Mary provides us with spiritual protection that keeps us steady in the face of adversities. By trusting in her, we find a barrier of love that protects us from negative energies. She reminds us that true strength lies in the spiritual connection we have with her. Her mantle is a shield that surrounds us and gives us security. Mary teaches us that our faith is a refuge in difficult times, and that by standing firm in it, we will always be protected. Her presence fills us with peace and reminds us that we are not alone. Mary invites us to maintain hope even in the darkest moments. Her message is a promise that love and peace will prevail, and she gives us the strength to keep going. She reminds us that even though the trials may be great, hope is a light that never goes out. By trusting in her protection, we find the peace we need to face life's challenges. Mary is the beacon that guides us and encourages us to maintain faith in the future. Her love fills us with hope and assures us that there is always a way out through faith. Mary is the comfort our hearts need in times of anguish. She reminds us that we can always turn to her for support and relief. Her maternal love is a balm that calms our worries and brings us peace. She invites us to trust in her guidance and to leave our burdens in her hands. Every time we feel alone or lost, her presence is a reminder that we are not alone. Mary gives us the strength to face each day with hope and comforts us in our hours of greatest need. By trusting in Mary, we find a path to inner peace that nothing can break. Her love is a refuge of serenity that allows us to face life with calm and confidence. She invites us to cultivate a deep faith that provides us with security at every step. The peace we find in her gives us strength to face challenges with courage. Mary is the source of a peace that transcends circumstances and reminds us that by trusting in her, we can always find comfort. She invites us to keep faith alive in our hearts. Sharing Mary's message is a way to bring comfort to those in need. Her word is a balm for those in pain, and by spreading her love, we help bring peace to their hearts. She invites us to be her hands and to offer support to those going through difficult times. By providing comfort, we become instruments of her love and compassion. Mary teaches us to be a light for others and to give hope to those who are lost. Her love inspires us to console others, reminding us that together we are stronger. Mary invites us to form a spiritual communion that strengthens our faith and unites us in a common purpose. By praying together, we create a deep connection that gives us peace and protection. This spiritual communion allows us to share our joys and concerns with others. Mary teaches us that unity in faith is a source of strength that helps us face any challenge. She reminds us that by coming together in prayer, we create a spiritual refuge where everyone can find comfort and support. Mary offers peace to those who trust in her, and her protection is a safe refuge in times of trial. Her love gives us the assurance that we are not alone and that we can always turn to her for support. She reminds us that by remaining faithful in faith, we find a peace that transcends any adversity. Mary invites us to trust in her love and rest in the certainty of her care. Her promise of peace guarantees that no matter what happens, she will be with us, guiding us towards serenity. Mary teaches us the value of forgiveness and compassion as tools for inner peace. She reminds us that by letting go of resentment, we find freedom and healing. Her love inspires us to treat others with compassion, understanding their struggles and offering support. Mary invites us to forgive and allow love to flourish in our hearts. By practicing forgiveness, we create a deeper connection with her love and strengthen our relationship with God. Her compassion gives us the peace we need to live in harmony with others. Mary encourages us to trust in God's plan, even when circumstances seem difficult. Her love reminds us that every challenge has a purpose and that, although we may not always understand, we can find peace in faith. By handing our worries over to Mary, we allow her love to guide our steps and give us serenity. She invites us to accept each moment with humility and trust, knowing that everything is part of a greater plan. Trusting in the divine plan means accepting that even in adversity, we are being guided toward a greater good. Mary offers us the calm we need to face difficult moments without losing our peace. She invites us to cultivate an inner serenity that allows us to stand firm in the face of any trial. By trusting in her protection, we find the strength to remain calm even when the world around us shakes. Her love gives us the serenity we need to face each day with hope. Mary reminds us that peace begins in our hearts, and that by strengthening our faith, we can maintain serenity in any situation. Faith in Mary protects us from negative influences that seek to disturb our spirit. She invites us to trust in her love and to remember that her presence is a shield against all darkness. By placing our faith in her, we break down the barriers that separate us from peace and serenity. Mary assures us that with her protection, we are safe from any threat. Her love is a spiritual barrier that surrounds us and gives us the confidence to face any difficulty. She encourages us to strengthen our faith, to remain steadfast in her love. Mary invites us to come together in prayer, reminding us that spiritual unity gives us strength and protection. In the community of faith, we find support, comfort, and a network of love that protects us. She encourages us to be part of a community that prays and supports one another in times of need. By uniting our prayers, we create a barrier of faith that defends us from adversities. Mary reminds us that when we pray together, our pleas multiply and our souls are strengthened. The community in prayer is a refuge where each one finds peace and hope. Trusting in Mary allows us to attain an inner peace that nothing can break. Her love is a constant refuge that gives us the serenity to face each day with courage. She invites us to place our worries in her hands and find in her the calm we need. The peace that Mary offers is a force that sustains us, giving us the assurance that we are protected. She encourages us to trust in her love and to remember that, with her by our side, we will always find comfort. Her peace is a gift that brings us hope. Mary is present in every aspect of our lives, even in our dreams and thoughts. She speaks to us through feelings of peace, reminding us of her love and protection. Her presence accompanies us in every thought, guiding us toward decisions that reflect her love. She invites us to be attentive to her guidance, to listen for her voice deep in our hearts. Mary is the friend who is always near, providing us with comfort and support. Through her messages, she fills us with peace and helps us face each day with confidence. Family prayer strengthens the home and creates an atmosphere of peace and unity. Mary reminds us that by praying together, we create a space where her love can dwell and protect us. She invites us to make family prayer a moment of unity and faith that connects us with her love. Each shared prayer in the family is a seed of peace that strengthens the bond between us and provides security. By praying together, we feel Mary's protection surrounding each member of our family. She assures us that our family is in her loving care. Mary gives us the strength to face trials with resilience and faith. Her love is a reminder that although difficulties may be great, we can always overcome them. She invites us to remain steadfast in faith and not to lose hope, even in the darkest moments. By trusting in her guidance, we find the strength to endure and move forward. Mary gives us the courage needed to face each challenge with confidence. Her love is our source of spiritual resilience, helping us remain steadfast in faith. Mary is our light and protection every day, guiding and caring for us at every step. When we start the day with her, we feel her love and protection enveloping us. She invites us to trust in her love and ask for her guidance every morning, reminding us that her protection is always with us. Her presence is a light that gives us peace and helps us face each day with courage. Mary is the loving mother who cares for and protects us at every moment. She encourages us to begin each day with faith, knowing that her love accompanies us always. Mary teaches us to bring her love and comfort to those who need it most. She invites us to be her hands in the world, offering support and hope to those in pain. Her love inspires us to be generous and to provide help without expecting anything in return. By caring for others, we reflect her maternal love and extend her protection to those who need comfort. She encourages us to live in compassion, offering a refuge of peace for those seeking relief. Mary guides us through acts of love and reminds us that her love unites us all in solidarity. Faith in Mary is both a physical and spiritual protection that strengthens us in every aspect of our lives. Her love envelops us, creating a barrier that protects our bodies and souls from any adversity. She invites us to remain steadfast in faith, reminding us that her protection is a safe refuge at all times. Mary is a mother who cares for our health and well-being, giving us peace and tranquility. By trusting in her love, we find a source of strength and comfort. She encourages us to maintain a spiritual connection that cares for us and fills us with peace. Mary guides us to focus on the positive, on love and kindness, even in times of difficulty. She invites us to be examples of compassion and to reflect her love in our daily actions. By focusing on what is good, we strengthen our faith and drive away the shadows from our hearts. Her presence gives us the peace we need to act with generosity and mercy. Mary encourages us to see the good in others and to sow love at every opportunity. With her as our guide, we maintain a spirit of kindness that lights our way. Mary is a voice that constantly calls us to live in peace, to set aside worries and trust in her love. She invites us to cultivate peace in our lives and to be examples of serenity for others. Her love gives us the calm we need to act with kindness and compassion. By listening to her call, we find an inner tranquility that allows us to live in harmony. Mary reminds us that by living in peace, we reflect her love and protect our hearts from anguish. Her presence is a constant source of serenity. Silent prayer is a direct connection to Mary, where every thought and every whisper becomes an act of faith. She invites us to speak to her from the heart, entrusting her with our worries and desires. This quiet prayer gives us peace and fills us with serenity, reminding us that we are in her presence. Mary hears our pleas, even when they are silent, and responds with love. Her power gives us strength in moments of weakness and helps us feel her comfort. Silent prayer is a refuge where we find the calm and hope we need. Mary encourages us to renew our hope each day, reminding us that her love is a constant source of peace and comfort. She invites us to see each morning as an opportunity to grow in faith and strengthen our spirit. By trusting in her, we feel a new drive to face any challenge. Her love gives us an unwavering hope that lights up our lives. With Mary by our side, we find reasons to move forward and see beauty in every day. She reminds us that with hope, anything is possible, and that there is always light in her love. In times of trial, Mary gives us the courage to move forward with confidence. She reminds us that by trusting in her guidance, we can face any adversity with serenity. Her love is a source of strength that fills us with courage and inner peace. Mary encourages us not to lose faith, even when circumstances are difficult. She invites us to remain steadfast and to remember that she is always with us. Her presence gives us the courage needed to face each challenge, knowing that we are protected by her love. Mary invites us to be her messengers, carrying her word of love and faith to all those in need. By sharing her message, we help spread peace and hope in the world. She encourages us to speak with those who are lost, reminding them that they are never alone. Her message is a light that brings comfort and protection to all who hear it. Mary gives us the courage to be bearers of her love and inspires us to be a source of comfort for others. Sharing her word is an act of love that strengthens our faith and that of those around us. In moments of great tribulation, Mary helps us find calm and serenity. Her love is an anchor that keeps us steady even when the world around us shakes. She invites us to surrender our worries to her and trust in her protection. By placing our faith in her, we feel a profound peace that gives us the strength to face any storm. Mary reminds us that there is always refuge in her love and that we are never alone. Her presence is a safe haven, a space of peace amid chaos. Mary invites us to pray for our children and for future generations so that they too may find refuge in her love. She encourages us to teach them the value of faith and the importance of trusting in her protection. Her love is a shield that protects our families, and by praying for them, we bless them with her guidance. She reminds us that by instilling faith in our loved ones, we give them a solid foundation on which they can rely. Mary is a maternal protector who provides peace and security for our families.